Yo guys, what's up? Oceanics here. This is my first video, so take it a little bit easy on me. Before we start, I just want to say this is my opinion and you don't have to agree with anything I say. These are the characters I feel like are good after playing about 120 hours into the game. I see a lot of tier lists on the internet and I feel like it's not even accurate at all. Like sometimes I see Lifeline as like tier C or Wraith as tier C or even Pathfinder as tier C, and I'm like, what is going on here? Also, the whole intent of this game is to have balanced characters. When I put each characters in tiers, it's not like one character is so much better than another. They're marginally better than another. So for this tier list, it's a very small discrepancy between each tier. So for tier 1, I have Lifeline and Bangladore. Lifeline is very useful in early game to late game from her passive and tactical abilities. Her Q, you're able to shoot while healing at the same time, and her ultimate, you get good loot early and mid game. Not too useful late game, but it's early to mid game that really counts. You're able to get higher tier loot than your opponents, which could really make a difference down the stretch. In the stretch, Lifeline's passive is what makes it such a good character. She's able to heal 25% faster than other characters, and this is extremely necessary in late game rotations where you need to pop off that heal really quickly. Next up is Bangladore. Just reading her abilities, Bangladore moves faster when she gets shot. I was like, whatever. But when I actually started using her, I thought it was very useful when she has that speed boost to get out of battles and heal up. Her smoke is extremely useful with getting out of situations with her passive. And of course she has the ulti. It's very good in third parties and congested areas. Alright, next on the list I have my tier 2 characters. I have Pathfinder, Wraith, and Bloodhound. Alright, so Pathfinder, this guy's insane if you know how to use him well. Like, you can grapple enemies, you can grapple to high ground, you can use a grapple as a swing to get to places. This guy's just really mobile. He can ambush opponents super well. On top of that, you have an ultimate which is permanent, and you can transport your team or yourself to get instant high ground or ambush a team, or get to safety. So I think that's super useful. I put Wraith as the same class as Pathfinder because she's also a very mobile character. Her tactical ability, you can instantly get out of jail. If you're getting shot at, you can just pop her Q and you can just take no damage for a couple seconds. Her ulti is also very good, but you just have to wait a while until Wraith places both portals down, the start and the finish. The ulti can also transport teammates. Wraith is also very good for ambushing and attacking from the side, just like Pathfinder. Last character I have in tier 2 is Bloodhound. Bloodhound has a very good ability of seeing where opponents are. Like, this is extremely useful with Bangladore. If you have a Bangladore and a Bloodhound combo, they're very good together because Bloodhound can basically see through the smoke. Bloodhound's tactical is very useful for determining if there's enemies nearby. It basically takes a snapshot of all the enemies in the area, and then your teammates can also see it. Alright, moving on to tier 3. Alright, you guys are gonna probably dislike this, but I have Mirage as my tier 3. Like I said before, these are marginal differences between each tier. It's not like one tier is extremely better than another. They're very marginally different. So, Mirage, okay, so let me explain myself here. I feel like Mirage is extremely overrated just because he says funny stuff, but in reality, good players won't fall for Mirage's decoys. That's why. Mirage's Q is merely to send a decoy forward, and good players will not shoot at this. They will know that this is a decoy and they won't waste any ammo on it. When there's a lot of people in one area, I can see how this might be useful, but most of the times, there's not too many people in one area, so making his tactical obsolete compared to other characters' tacticals. His ultimate is just a bunch of Mirages just standing inside a circle, and come on, like, even though he's invisible for a few seconds, it's like, what good is going to do? It's kind of like Wraith's tactical ability, but you have a few dudes just standing in a circle, Obviously, good players are going to be efficient with Mirage, but honestly, I choose many different characters over Mirage for their abilities. If you guys have a different way to use Mirage, please let me know, because those are the most common ways I see Mirage being used. So the next character in tier 3 is Caustic. I feel like not many people know how to play Caustic, but the times that I've seen Caustic being played, it's a very passive character and very situational as well. I feel like the most useful aspect about Caustic is that he can put down a lot of traps. The traps are also extremely useful in close quarter situations because when the traps do go off, they signal your allies that the trap has gone off, so you're able to get an idea of where the enemy is. Like I said earlier, the gas does not affect yourself if you're using Caustic, but does inflict damage to your opponent's health, slowly. Be careful though, because the traps do stun your own allies. A lot of my friends actually main Caustic, and they say they play him very aggressively, but I guess their definition of aggressive is different from mine. I definitely feel like Caustic has a lot of potential. I just want to see where the meta develops, and maybe there will be a different playstyle with Caustic in the future. Last but not least, we have Gibraltar. I feel like everybody hates this character. No one plays this character. He has useful abilities. His Q is very useful whenever you need quick protection in order to get that heal off. And his ultimate is probably the best for doing damage in a concentrated area. No one wants to play this character because the hitbox is way too big. When he aims down to his sights, his passive glows so you can easily see him. Even though his passive is a shield, it is easy to see and gives your position away. I know I didn't go too in-depth in this video, but if you guys want to see in-depth character analysis, let me know. I'll be glad to make that too. See you guys in the next video.
Dude, it's such an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, let's go.
You are the Apex champions.